Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the solar eclipse that will fall on February 26, 2017. It will be at 8 degrees Pisces. So naturally, if you have the sun, moon, and ascendant at that degree, at 8 degrees, or in very close proximity to it, say 3 degrees, you could be strongly impacted by this. Now, collectively, I think when you look at this solar eclipse, it can impact strongly people associated with the sign Pisces. What I'm saying is people that have professions associated with it, such as people in spirituality, people that are strongly involved with the metaphysical, could be astrologers, people that are involved in something connected with water, such as oceanography, people also that are in fields connected with illusion, such as working as a magician, an illusionist, somebody in special effects. There's people working in with holograms, people in that kind of field. These people can be strongly impacted. And also, it's important when you look at this solar eclipse for February 26, 2017. This is a time, considering that it's in Pisces, that I think it'll be a time of unveiling. People that perhaps are deceptive in your lives, that you might be able to kind of take that mask off, figuratively speaking. It could be an unveiling of people that are deceptive in your lives. I'm going to have, when the solar eclipse hits, I'm going to have it in my intercepted 11th house of friendships. So I think this could be removing of that veil, so to speak. If any friends or acquaintances are being beguiling or they're deceptive, I think I might very well see that mask take off, so to speak, and it could make me more cognizant of who the people are that are real in my life, and the people that have that are really about have my good intentions toward me, and they're not people that are just using me or manipulating me or what have you. The real, true, authentic friends. Now, you're going to have a plethora of Pisces energy at this time, because you're going to have not just the sun, you'll have the sun in Pisces and the moon in Pisces, and you'll have the south node in Pisces. So you're going to have a lot of this Pisces energy. Neptune in Pisces. Chiron will also be in Pisces. So really, it could be a very powerful period of a lot of confusion and chaos, but at the same time, what will happen ultimately, I believe, is you'll be able to sort out the confusion in that particular area, that house that this falls in, and you'll be able to really see what you need to do in terms of perhaps embarking on a new venture and leaving something behind. Pisces is the 12th sign of the zodiac. It represents symbolically, it's about endings, and this could inspire new beginnings. This could be a period where when you have a solar eclipse anyway, often it could be a significant point in one's life where they leave something behind and they proceed forward with something else. Now, this could be a period too where you have to keep in mind where this falls in your chart, and as far as the house placement. Well, if it falls, say if it falls in your 6th house, for example, this could be a time where you have that unveiling. Perhaps solar eclipses could be about shedding light strongly on something. It could be a shakeup somewhere. So this could be something connected with unrealistic health habits, for example, things connected with your daily routine that was not realistic. Now, let's say you know somebody that has, I'll throw this out there, it's important because you could look at some people you know. If you know their chart, you'll know where their Pisces falls. Now let's say, for example, you have somebody that has Pisces in the second house. Let's say, this may even intensify a little more, let's say the Pisces is intercepted in the person's second house, and in the solar eclipse, of course, being at Pisces. And let's say you were suspicious of that person, that was, say they were practicing something deceptive monetarily, and they were a scam artist or something. Well, what this could do ultimately, this could shed light on it, and that person may very well be exposed on that particular time, or at least very close to around that time when this happens. So this could shed a lot of light on people that are deceptive, people that are, say, that are astrologers, for example, people in the metaphysical that are the charlatans. And it could be that time where those people you might see people like that becoming exposed. If you're a person, say, that's an astrology enthusiast, and you follow astrology, whether it's on the internet, on YouTube videos, whether it's in newspapers, magazines, just literature, this could be a time where you might be able to distinguish those Hatfields from the McCoys, so to speak, the people that are actually authentic astrologers, and as opposed to the ones that are astrological enthusiasts. This could be that time where you can really discern very strongly who's who as far as that goes, and even things connected with spirituality, because Pisces is strongly associated with that. Now let's say you have Pisces over in the 9th house during the solar eclipse. Well, what this could indicate, this could be, let's say if you are a religious person and you're following some group or you're in some congregation, this might shed some light on that particular congregation. Maybe it's a time where you change and go to a different church. These are these are strong examples, but I believe they're still applicable. Now keep in mind, look at some other aspects during this time, because they could be amplified and intensified due to the solar eclipse. You're going to have Mars making a conjunction with Uranus during this time in Aries. So this could indicate some unpredictable and acrimonious behavior at this time, more so than usual. And of course, look and see what house or houses, depending on where your house placements are, where this falls as far as the Uranus. Most of you will have it in one house, but some of you may have it, if you have one of the planets, you might have it at the tail end of one house, and then if you have the other planet at the very beginning of it, you might have it in two houses. But most of you will have the Mars-Uranus conjunction in one house. And this could also, it's not just about, a lot of people seem to be accentuating and emphasizing, okay, the acrimonious, the angry, unanticipated behavior, and that could be very, very well true at this time, and it might affect a lot of people collectively because of this. But keep in mind, this could be a time, Aries is about being pioneering, Mars is about this aggressive energy taking action, Uranus can be connected with innovation. So you get the idea. You might find a lot of more people, if they've been holding back and they've been reluctant to go out forth with a new idea, innovation, inventors, for example, especially maybe them, they might feel that need now to go out and push for that, for actually making more of an effort for that idea to come to fruition. Or if somebody has an existing invention or innovation, what have you, they might be making more of a push, say, to make more sales, stimulate more business or sales connected with that idea. So those are some things to look at as well. And if you're about, this is a time too where it might be about letting go of things and really in moving forward. It's about, you have this in Pisces, so it could be about surrendering, relinquishing maybe some things that weren't really something that wasn't positive for you. I mean, this is about, as I stated before, Pisces is the 12th sign of the zodiac. It's about endings and culminations. So this could be also about looking at, I mean, Pisces, I mean, is about surrender, and this could be about surrendering those negative things perhaps in your life, which could be perhaps associated with that house that it's going, that this eclipse is going to fall in. This could be more about a time where compassion is emphasized, and also about spirituality. And this could be a time where a lot of people who may not be very spiritual, and are just on one plane in life, this is the time where you might see more people ascending to a spiritual level, or people that are already spiritual, they might escalate this to a higher level. So those are some other things to look at. It could be a very strong time for manifesting dreams into reality, and really key. And if you have some earth in your chart, you could deal with this probably better, because you could sort out really what the dream, more apt to sort out the dreams that are realistic and the ones that are not really as realistic. So, I mean, with me, as I stated before, I'll have this eclipse take place in my 11th house, and it's going to be pretty close to my north node. It won't be 3 degrees away, it'll be about 4 degrees away, which is still fairly close proximity. And of course, you know, the north node is associated with that mission and purpose in life. And I think a lot of my interest in the metaphysical is connected with this. And keep in mind, being in my 11th house, this is about perhaps my aspiration, one of my aspirations as well. So it'll be interesting to see how it can impact me during this time. And also having this in the 11th house, it could be, as I stated before, the unveiling of perhaps some friends and acquaintances that didn't have my best interests at heart, and maybe even letting go of one or more that might have been at least somewhat oppressive, or ones that were troubling and burdensome. So those are some things to look at as far as this solar eclipse goes. And anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for the February 26th, 2017 solar eclipse in Pisces. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be continuing my series on the zodiac signs and money. 2 things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.